What if your map could show you where to find scrapes, doe bedding, and even buck beds before you scout with boots on the ground? In this video, I'll show you how to scout smarter with a new map layer that I've been testing successfully, using LiDAR pixel shading to unlock terrain secrets some hunters miss. When you create and turn on custom terrain pixel shading, 1 to 2 degree slope in blue pixels and a second layer in 1 to 5 degree pink pixels, you're seeing the flattest parts of the terrain. Terrain that is less than 5 degree slope is exactly where bucks like to make scrapes. On secondary ridge flats, benches, finger flats, or elbows where the secondary ridges meet the main ridge, in saddles, and on thermal hub flats. Identifying doe bedding flats using this tool is also useful when building a rut picture of your hunting area. Before you can turn pixel shading on, you first need to build the custom terrain shading layer inside Caltopo. I'll show you exactly how I set mine up so you can scout smarter with this layer. To build these custom layers, click on Caltopo's Add icon, then scroll down and select Terrain Shading. In the pop-up box, turn on the slope slider, choose a style color. I prefer a blue shade for this layer. Toggle on the gradient option and match the gradient color to your chosen style color. Set the slope range, enter 1 for the flatter side and 2 for the steeper side. Name this layer something like 1 degrees to 2 degrees flat spots and then click Save. Next, repeat this process to create your second layer. This time, select the slope range from 1 to 5 and choose a contrasting color like pink to distinguish it from the first layer. Name this one 1 degrees to 5 degrees slope and then click Save. The last thing we want to do is go over here to our map layers and turn these layers on. Let's look at a couple of examples from my own hill country scouting. Notice how these generational scrapes are right on or on the edge of the 1 to 2 degrees or the 1 degree to 5 degree flats, exactly where pixel shading shows us the terrain flattens out. You can also predict where bedding is likely, especially doe bedding on Sunnyside flats. Often these areas show up as 1 degree to 5 degree pink pixels on subtle flat shells within slopes. Here's how I use this in my own scouting. I start with shaded relief and normal as the base layer. I select the slope angle shading, map overlay, and gradient, then turn on the 1 to 2 degree and 1 to 5 degree pixel shading. Both shaded relief and slope angle shading will have LiDAR imagery built in on most public lands if you're using Caltopo. These base layers and map overlays in combination, plus LiDAR pixel shading layers, helps me find more scrapes and beds before I step foot in the woods. I think everyone can agree that our time is valuable. Some hunters waste time searching for scrapes in the wrong places. But if you use pixel shading first, you can focus on walking right to some of these scrapes and bedding without endlessly searching for or missing them altogether. It's incredibly important when you find the sign, and the more of it, the better. In the creek bottoms, there's a lot of flat ground, so it's a bit more difficult to find scrapes here, but focus on the blue 1 to 2 degree areas and you'll find more scrapes. Up on the secondary ridges, I'm walking and zigzagging all of the area in and slightly beyond the shades of 1 to 5 degree pink, and I'm finding more scrapes and doe bedding areas. I'm finding more of the scrapes that matter, the ones that have been here for 3 or 4 years, and also more of the younger buck scrapes that mean something to us as well, but they're not the focal point. They're just part of the overall puzzle. The point is, we can save time during our search by focusing on the flatter areas. They say a deer likes to lay on a flat spot even when it's in steep terrain, and I'm seeing the same true for where they like to put their scrapes. And what does finding more buck sign do? It builds a more complete picture of what is occurring in your hunting area, and we all want to be closer to daylight buck activity. If you'd like to learn more about how I use LiDAR to hunt mature bucks, check out the generational scrape video linked here. And be sure to subscribe for more Hill Country Bucks content, and I hope your upcoming hunting season is the best one yet.